Tonight on News 5 Live, the Alliance for Democracy continues to rally behind Tracy Panton's leadership of the United Democratic Party, with Cayo North and Orange Walk East recognizing her as the first woman leader of the UDP. Will Starlink be granted permission to introduce satellite internet in Belize? A police raid in Lake Independence uncovers drugs and firearms, leading to one man's arrest and charges. And tonight on Belize on Real, we revisit the renowned herbalist Harry Guy. These stories and more are coming up in just 60 seconds.
They'll name you 100 reasons to step back. But when you achieve your goal, they will follow you. Gorilla, make some noise.
Good evening and welcome to News 5 Live for Thursday, October 31st. I am Sabrina Daly. 11 days ago, the Alliance for Democracy garnered substantial backing from United Democratic Party delegates. These delegates, transported from all corners of the country, cast their votes decisively in favor of Albert Area Representative Tracy Tager-Panton, electing her as the interim leader of the UDP. In the lead up to the Unity Convention, former party leader Shine Barrow dismissed the event, claiming it was not officially sanctioned by the United Democratic Party. He consistently referred to the Alliance for Democracy as a faction within the UDP as a third party, underscoring his disapproval. Much has unfolded since last Sunday, with Tager-Panton firmly establishing her leadership of the embattled party by taking control of the UDP headquarters here in Belize City. On Monday, UDP Cayo North standard bearer Omar Figueroa wrote to Barrow informing him that UDP supporters in his constituency have decided to recognize Panton's leadership. In his letter, Figueroa wrote, quote, "Given the urgency of the situation, the Cayo North executive finds it necessary to take a position on the current crisis. In the spirit of achieving unity, we urge all executive committees across the 31 constituency to do the same so that there can be a final and lasting resolution. We join with the call of the delegates as displayed on October 20th, 2024. Through this medium, we recognize Tracy Tager-Panton as the interim leader, Sheena Pitts as the interim chairman, and their executive as the single executive of the Great United Democratic Party," end quote. A similar letter was written to Shine Barrow on October 30th by Orange Walk East standard bearer Elodio Oregon Jr. In this letter, he wrote, quote, "At this time, we believe that Tracy Panton is the leader who can best serve the United Democratic Party and lead the charge into the next general elections of 2025. We know that there are those standard bearers who support Honorable Shine Barrow, but we also note that many of them do not have the full support of their delegates in that regard," end quote. Earlier today, we had a phone conversation with Pantone, who expressed her thoughts on the growing support she's receiving from various constituencies.
It has been our commitment, and I think I've made this clear, that we would extend every effort that we can to ensure that we solidify the party by extending a hand of friendship and collaboration with those standard bearers who were not prepared at the time of the convention to get involved. And we have been having these discussions with not only Omar and Elodio, the members from Cayo North and Orange Walk East, but other colleagues as well, so we can bridge the unity divide. I'm very pleased that these two colleagues have taken the step to come on board. It's important to us in terms of unifying the party, but also for a commitment to defend our democracy.
What does this mean now going forward? You seem to be shoring up support from others who may have been on the fence at the time of the Unity Convention.
I think it is our objective to bring as many people under the tent that we can, and that includes the former party leader and the former chairman, the former vice chairman. We are one united Democratic Party, and we believe that through a united front, we can competitively compete in the next general elections, and that is the objective, that we want to win, and failing that, we want to ensure that we have a more robust democracy, a more robust opposition by having more members at the table than we have now.
After the October 20th Unity Convention, Shine Barrow continued to assert that the delegates' endorsement of Tracy Tager Pantone during the event did not legitimize her leadership of the United Democratic Party.
Who sanctioned the leadership of Shine Barrow? How is it that Shine Barrow is considered the leader of the United Democratic Party? It happened when there was a convention at Birdseye, August of 2023, when there was an endorsement convention for the party leader by the same delegates who came to the Unity Convention on October 20th, 2024. There was a change in position regarding the leadership of the party, and a request by the same delegates to have a leadership reset. And to do that, there had to be a recall of the former leader, the Honorable Moses Shine Barrow, and also an endorsement of an interim leader. It is the National Convention that validates or authenticates or certifies my role as the new interim leader for the United Democratic Party. It certainly helps that more colleagues are now coming on board to affirm their commitment to unifying the party, to supporting the new leadership team, and 3, to defending the democracy that we believe is currently in peril without an active and engaged opposition. So I don't know how anyone who is clear thinking can say that Shine Barrow's leadership was authenticated by a convention, but Tracy Panton's leadership was not authenticated at a convention when the same set of delegates voted in both conventions.
We also had a phone conversation with former area representative Elodio Aragon Jr. Following the Unity Convention, the UDP Orange Walk East Standard Bearer wrote to the party leadership recognizing the overwhelming support for the Alliance for Democracy. He explained why it was crucial for his constituents to take a stand in the leadership battle.
after careful thinking and discussions, especially with our delegates, our committee, and personnel that support us out here in the Keys division and elsewhere. We decided. I think we had a meeting. Actually, we had a meeting. We've had about 3 meetings basically, and last night I think we had our final meeting. And based on the fact that the division in the party does not look as there will be any resolution as to coming together of these two factions, the reality is that we cannot go into the next general election in this manner. Based on that, we decided that we have to look at what is best for the party and who is the best leader to lead us into the next general election. Based on these discussions that we've had, we unanimously supported the leadership of Tracy Taylor Panton, no?
This decision also succeeds a letter that you had written to the leadership of the UDP then in the wake of the Unity Convention. Talk to us a bit about that as well.
Well, yeah, when I wrote that letter, it was like a last call seeking for this matter to be resolved, for us as a party to come together, because it's only in unity that we can move forward, in terms of being able to put a front, a good fight, and being able to be elected and to form government. If we're not united in our tough call, at this point in time, when I wrote that, that was like 2 weeks ago, I think, or 1 week ago, it was with that hope that, we as leaders have to begin to look at these things and really demand. Because for a long while, we'll sit back hoping that things will resolve itself, hoping that the leaders will do what is necessary to unite the party. The fact is right now, that letter was written 2 weeks ago, and at this point in time, it is obvious. It is obvious for many reasons that the party is not going to. There's no inclination towards working for this to work out. And at the end of the day, definitely, when I look at it and my committee looks at it in terms of our delegates, etc., we look at it and say, we can't go against the majority of the delegates. And I think the 28th of August showed us the amount of delegates that turned out for Tracy Panton. It also showed us the amount of supporters. Never have we. It's been a long time since we have drawn a crowd like that. And we can't deny these things. And we can't deny the fact that we are not listening to the pulse of the people on the ground. And based on all of these things, the only way we can move forward is that if we make a decision as to where we will go as a party. And I know it is a difficult decision to make. I know a lot of standard bearers out there dread to make one decision like this. But the reality is that we cannot start the new year in this situation that we find ourselves. And that is why we have decided to show our full support behind Tracy Taylor Panton and behind the voices of the many delegates and supporters that came out on the 20th.
Aragon also recounted the history of the internal rift within the United Democratic Party, which emerged after the last national convention. During that convention, it was agreed that Shine Barrow's leadership would remain uncontested until after the 2025 general elections.
The situation where we have found ourselves, this situation not just happened for happen. It happened because of the fact that when the NPC made an announcement, they made a resolution where we would not be able, that no one would be challenging the party leader until after the general elections. For me, and in a way, they suspended that part of the constitution that governs a recall mechanism. And to me, that is where the party went wrong in that decision. Because that is the bone of contention that has us where we are. Because if we follow that part of the Constitution, everybody has a right, if they want to challenge, if they feel that they are not happy with what is taking place with the leadership, People have a right under the party's constitution to do a recall if they get the amount of delegate signatures, etc. If that would have stand, we would have gone to a national convention. And whoever would have been victorious at that national convention, everybody would have to come under and unite under that one individual and move on and be ready and working together for the general election. The fact is that that did not happen. And that is why you saw when Tracy Panton took up these names for the recall, it was never dealt with. It was never honored to that effect because they fall back and say that the resolution that was made at the National Party Council about 2 years ago basically stated that nobody could challenge the party. That is what has created this divide. And the mere fact that Tracy Panton said that there was a need for people to voice their opinions in that regard, then you resulted with a national convention being called by the delegates and people. And with that amount of delegates that came out and UDP supporters, we can't deny the fact that there are people out there who think different than what is the present case right now. And that is why we are where we are.
Last night, we featured a legal opinion on the Alliance for Democracy's takeover of the UDP headquarters from Jamaican attorney Dr. Christopher Malcolm, who also serves as a senior lecturer at the Mona Law Institute. Dr. Malcolm asserted that Philippa Griffith Bailey lacks the authority to transfer the property's use to Tracy Panton and the Alliance for Democracy. As for those Belizean attorneys who argue otherwise, Dr. Malcolm suggests they need to reassess their positions.
You've heard this saying, I'm sure, that doctors differ, patients die. It is simply to say that the fact that you have lawyers giving an opinion does not necessarily mean we all go to court every day. I've been in this business for close to 30 years myself as a lawyer. And we go to court even sometimes thinking we have good cases and we lose. We sometimes go there thinking we have poor cases and we win. But the point I'm making is that whether that person was a trustee or not is immaterial, because your starting point must be, what does the title say by reference to who the owner is? And if that person is contending that the title erroneously recorded the UDP as owner instead of her, then her recourse is to take an appropriate action to get the title corrected. And I'm not saying that if she takes an action, she's going to succeed. That's not the point I'm making. The point I'm making is that she is in no position, as I have read it, by reference to what the title reflects, as distinct from what the instrument of transfer. So the person saying that the instrument of transfer had her, quite frankly, I would be so bold as to say those lawyers need to go back to examining their own minds as to what land law is all about.
Dr. Malcolm was also asked whether Moses Shine Barrow should take Tracy Panton to court over the UDP headquarters takeover. Interestingly, he believes that both groups should resolve their differences outside the courtroom. His advice to the UDP is to engage in mature discussions and work towards an amicable solution.
This is not a matter, I think, which is amenable to arbitration as a first instance. In fact, not at all in my view. What I think would be most suitable here is something along the line of amicable discussions or mediations, conciliation, whatever, along that much more amicable note. My sense is this, right? That sometimes you need to get to rock bottom to move up, eh? And I think what has happened here in the context of the UDP is that you have had a situation, difficult as it is, where the rawness of it has now brought the country, the party members and everybody to a realization of, yes, we may have gone down that route, but is it the best way to go? Is it what we're hoping for? And I think what you need is mature discussions facilitated by someone or some persons who understand how mediation works, how amicable discussions work, and who can help the parties to understand the bigger picture. Undoubtedly, coming out of this, what you're hoping for is that you don't have further factions being created and so on. You're not hoping for that. You're hoping that the persons can sit down and say, look, we have our own personal ambitions. We have our own ideas as to how best to move forward. But we probably should sit down and see how we can iron out our difficulties, how we can make appropriate adjustments, and then come to something that will serve the best interest of the party, the best interest of the people of Belize, and ultimately do what political parties aim for. They aim to become government, right?
Coming up, families still reeling from death of mentally disabled loved one.
¿Eres un agricultor visionario listo para adoptar prácticas climáticamente inteligentes? El futuro de agricultura es resiliente, sostenible y rentable, y estamos aquí para ayudarte a lograrlo. Ya sea que cultives medio acre a 200 acres, DFC ofrece opciones de financiamiento accesible y un subsidio compensario de hasta $12,000 para la ventana 1 y hasta $60,000 para la ventana 2. Para que tu finca sea climáticamente inteligente, resista los impactos climáticos impredecibles y adopte prácticas que mejoren la productividad y eficiencia. Este programa es ideal para agricultores y cooperativas. Se anima especialmente a las mujeres agricultoras a aprovechar esta oportunidad. Únete a nosotros en la creación de un futuro agrícola resiliente y sostenible para Belice. Aplica ahora y da ese siguiente paso hacia un mañana más fuerte y verde.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is what you've been waiting for. In this corner, we have the masters of limitless power and unbeatable connection. Pioneers of 4G LTE in Belize. It's the undefeated champion, Smart. And in the other corner, struggling to keep up, it's the other guy. Fight! Tired of getting blow after blow from a plan with the other guys? It's time to tap out and join the winning postpaid plan provider. Smart's postpaid plans are a total knockout to the competition, and they have once again powered up their postpaid plans. Sign up for one of Smart's boosted postpaid power plans today and experience the victory of superior service. Smart, bringing people together.
As motorcyclists, we know the thrill of the open road, but improper overtaking can result in severe injury or worse. It can shatter your life and dreams. It can shatter the emotions of the people you love. Or, in the best case scenario, you're left with a hefty fine. Driving recklessly is not worth it. Follow the rules of the road and stay alert. Safe overtaking leads to a smooth journey. Choose patience and safety over impatience and recklessness. It can make all the difference. A message from the Second Road Safety Project and the Caribbean Development Bank.
My name is Claire Aranda. I am 11 years old and I go to Hatterville Government School. I think it was the evening. My mom got out of her room and she shouted that I had won the essay competition. I felt excited that my school got a prize because my school needs it. I remember one morning waking up to the news that my cousin was in an accident. It was an uncertain and fearful situation until we learned that she was going to be okay. Unfortunately, not every family member is as lucky as we were. Many families lose loved ones to traffic accidents, and I cannot help but wonder how many accidents can be avoided if only people would keep their eyes on the road and mind on the drive. We are all humans, so what the driver misses, another passenger in the vehicle may catch just in time to save lives.
With Clean winning this competition, not only shows that Clean is a brilliant student, it also shows that the quality of education provided here at Hattieville Government School is exceptional. A big thank you to BEL. The donation will be used to refurbish the computer lab. I believe it will enhance their learning capabilities and it would also better equip them for this technological world that we're now living in. Thank you to BEL. Keep up the good work and encouraging students to read more, write more, and participate in competition. And also to note that BEL does not only provide electricity, but that they also engage the communities in a lot of positive ways.
Well, sir, I really did go through some stress with my barber. This man here, they push my hairline way back to the 90s. Sure. People, they call me BB Buck Farid now.
So I got a problem, right? I just do this photo shoot, and I want the best photo shoot. But somebody don't want me to post it up. I just tired of this, man.
I don't want to tell her to catch me on my way here. I stopped at the shop and tell the lady I want $5 tacos. You could imagine when you give me? No paper.
What are your problem?
Honestly, life good for me over here. I just upgraded to the DigiOne Elite. I have unlimited postpaid plans, DigiTV, free home phone, and the fastest home internet.
I going to upgrade mines now.
Miss the opening ceremony of the 17th edition of the Belize International Film Festival, live from UB's Jaguar Auditorium in Belmopan on Wednesday, November 6th at 7:30 p.m. Only on Channel 5, Facebook, and YouTube.
Starlink Services LLC, the US-based satellite internet company owned by billionaire Elon Musk, has applied for a telecommunications license to offer internet services in Belize. The application, currently under review by the Public Utilities Commission, PUC, has sparked mixed reactions. The PUC is now gathering public feedback and will address the applicants' concerns based on these submissions. News 5's Marian Ali has more on this developing story.
Starlink has become the latest buzzword in Belize's internet circles. The US-based satellite internet company, primarily owned by billionaire Elon Musk, has applied for a license to provide internet services in Belize. While BTL's chairman, Mark Lizarraga, declined to comment today, BTL was among several entities that wrote to the Public Utilities Commission, PUC, objecting to the service. BTL's letter highlighted concerns that introducing a third internet provider in a country with a small population could significantly disrupt the existing telecommunications systems. This letter to the PUC by Ravai Nandwani states that, quote, "We should not allow any foreign company to provide such a type of service. We have seen what they do, especially this guy. They will take over the market, and if he is personally annoyed with our government's policies, he can deny us access to the internet if he feels. He will also have access to our data," end quote. Additionally, there are concerns about the competitive pressure Starlink services would place on the two existing providers, BTL Digi and Smart. Critics argue that introducing a new player could disrupt the market dynamics and impact the current telecom landscape. There are also other letters that welcome the service in Belize. These concerns are particularly prevalent among individuals living in remote areas of the country where internet service is either poor or non-existent. Additionally, those developing properties in these regions are also voicing their support, highlighting the critical need for reliable internet access. This letter reflects the author's opinion that Starlink will not directly compete with the current providers. It also points out that land-based internet providers that use fiber optics are faster and more affordable, as opposed to Starlink, which requires purchasing equipment and a monthly charge. News 5 was unable to obtain a comment from the PUC, but an industry insider with extensive telecommunications experience highlighted the recurring issue, the potential for new technologies to cannibalize existing services. This concern has surfaced before, such as when WhatsApp began to replace direct international calls and when mobile cellular technology overtook live paging. This source also recalled the introduction of satellite phones in Belize, which initially sparked fears they would replace mobile phones. However, today, satellite phones are rarely used, except by large companies and individuals with emergency plans. News 5 understands that the PUC was approached over a year ago by representatives of Starlink with the idea to providing satellite internet in Belize. A reputable law firm contacted the PUC on behalf of Starlink. The company, we were informed, would have to meet all taxes and other obligations if the license is granted. That decision will be made in the coming weeks. Reporting for News 5, I'm Marion Ali.
On Wednesday, we reported on the tragic discovery of Wilmer Che, whose lifeless body was found at the Red Bank dump site in the Stan Creek district. The 25-year-old was found shirtless, bearing multiple cut wounds in what police suspect to be a murder. Today, News 5's Brittany Gordon traveled south to speak with Che's family, uncovering the profound impact this unexpected loss has had on their lives. Here's her story.
It's been 2 days since the devastating news of Wilmer Che's murder reached his family. The 25-year-old was found at the Red Bank dump site, discarded among the trash. His sister, Irma Che, remains in shock, struggling to comprehend how anyone could commit such a heinous act against her brother.
I just come in from work and I finished cook. Then when I received a call from the police saying that they need for his birth paper and social security, but I told the police that he lost it when he does used to work. So then the police told me that he have a bad news for me. So then I asked the police what is the bad news is. Then he told me that Miss Irma Che, your brother dead. Then I asked him how, why? And then he told me that they just killed your brother. I said, what? I'm in shock because why didn't have to do that to my brother?
Over the past 5 years, Wilmer battled with a mental disability that gradually worsened. Watching his mental state decline and seeing him become increasingly isolated from society has been incredibly challenging for his family.
I know my brother before he used to work and so, but I just don't know what happened to my brother, who bad-minded my brother like that, why didn't do he bad. And then from when he started to get like that, like he don't sleep home, he go sleep by the creek side, he go sleep in the bush. My mom tried her best to help him. 5 years now he's like that. Sometimes we ask for help, like, you know, sometimes like people just want to ignore you.
Wilmer often wandered and found refuge in odd places. Despite the immense challenges of supporting him, Wilmer's family never wavered in their dedication. They tirelessly cared for him, ensuring he was fed and dressed, always striving to provide the best care possible. Irma tells us that the memory of her brother is all she has left of him because they do not own a single picture of him.
I remember my brother when he does used to work. He's a nice person. He's respectfully. He doesn't disrespect nobody. No, I remember when he used to go fishing. He bring us fish. Used to work. He's a nice person. He come and he talk to me. Before this happened to him, he used to say that he will work and then his plan that to have his wife, but it never happened.
The situation shines a light on the vulnerability of the mentally disabled population. They are highly susceptible to violent crimes. A community effort is often necessary to ensure that these individuals remain safe and cared for.
When he go somewhere, some people that have good heart, some people like give him a clothes to change or give him a food. Some people talk to him, make it change. Like I don't know, then I just confused. Because sometimes I sit down and I ask God why he is like that. Why people bad-minded nowadays, why they have to do my brother that? I don't know why.
Irma explains that the death comes at a difficult time for her because her mother is unwell and she herself is reeling from a car accident she was involved in the day of her brother's death.
My mom is here. My mom, she is not a healthy woman. My mom is sick as well. She has sweet blood and then she's stressed, don't know what to do because we already lose one brother, my baby brother. He died like 5 years now. We lose the next one again. So I don't know what more else could do. I don't know.
The family is now urgently seeking resources needed to give Wilmer a proper farewell. As they await justice, Irma is reaching out to the public for any assistance they can provide. She can be contacted at 654-1815. Brittany Gordon for News 5.
A coordinated police operation unfolded in the Lake Independence area on a bustling Wednesday night. Officers from the Special Patrol Unit, Quick Response Team and K-9 Unit converged on the residence of Leon Gray. Their efforts led to the significant discovery of marijuana totaling 1,943 grams, cleverly concealed in a chair within the yard. During the raid, 40-year-old Chester Norales of Fern Lane was present. He was promptly arrested and transported to the Raccoon Street Police Station, where he faced charges for possession of controlled drugs with intent to supply. The night's operations didn't end there. Shortly after 9 p.m., the officers proceeded to an abandoned cement house on Marigold Lane. A thorough search revealed 3 firearms, a .38 revolver, a 9mm pistol, and a .22 Ruger. These weapons were meticulously sealed and labeled as found property, marking the end of a productive night for law enforcement. Tonight, a police officer finds himself on the wrong side of the law after being charged with harm. 30-year-old Andres Choc, a Belize City Police Constable, stands accused of a shocking assault involving beating, strangling, and submerging a woman's head in polluted drain water. The incident allegedly occurred on October 30 at around 12:30 a.m. when 29-year-old Janielle Lopez was socializing with Choc and 2 friends, Oliver Hiron and Riani Duran, at Choc's home. An argument erupted between Choc and Hiron, and later, as Lopez stood outside with Hiron, Choc reportedly approached and began smashing Hiron's windshield. Lopez claims that when she alerted Hiron, Choc grabbed her by the neck, threw her into the drain, and choked her under the water. Duran, hearing the commotion, rushed out to help, allowing Lopez to escape into the house to grab a knife for self-defense. Chuck was granted bail of $1,000 plus a surety of the same amount, with strict conditions to avoid contact with the victim or her family, stay at least 100 yards away from her, and refrain from any similar offenses, or his bail will be revoked. Despite these serious charges, PC Chuck remains on active duty and has not been placed on interdiction. Tonight, another police officer finds himself in serious trouble with the law, facing charges of extortion. Jairo Amador, a police constable from Cayo District, stands accused of extorting a Canadian tourist and her husband back in 2022. The tourist, who was in Belize to view properties, alleges that she was pulled over at a checkpoint in Hattieville, where Amador falsely claimed that her rental vehicle was uninsured. He then allegedly told her she would be detained over the weekend unless she provided a donation. Out of fare, she handed over $100. The woman also claims that another officer at the boot restrained her husband from intervening during the exchange. After the money was handed over, the couple was allowed to leave. However, the police were alerted to the incident and the money was found on Amador. Amador contends that he found the money in the bushes while relieving himself. This afternoon, he was found guilty and remanded to prison with sentencing set for November 25, 2024. A Belize City man has gone missing, leaving his family faring the worst. The relatives of Herman Good are urgently seeking the public's help to locate him. According to his family, Good was left on an island off the coast of Belize City about 2 weeks ago to watch over it. However, when his employer returned to the island on October 25th, Good was nowhere to be found. Today we spoke with Good's sister, who expressed deep concern for his safety.
I last saw him like 2 weeks ago. Every time he passed by my business here, we chit and chat, and I haven't seen him since. I made to understand he went missing from one of my cousins and from his boss. He was left at an island, Turnip Island, and he was left there alone to watch the island. They promised to return for him. When they do, he wasn't there. A search party already looking for him ever since, but nothing. I personally think that he get caught or probably the wrong place at the wrong time, because I made to understand his boss has been, well, with on the rural stuff now, so yes. So
you fear the worst for your brother then?
Well, I think, I don't know, anybody get missing from island, they haven't returned since, so I think that probably he won't return back to us.
After the break, jungle remedies, the healing nature provides. But first, here's the latest weather update from the Belize Met Service.
Forward-thinking farmer ready to adopt climate-smart practices? The future of farming is resilient, sustainable, and profitable, and we are here to help you achieve just that. Whether cultivating half an acre or 200 acres, DFC offers affordable financing options and a matching grant up to $12,000 for Window 1 and up to $60,000 for Window 2 to help make your farm climate-smart, withstand unpredictable weather patterns, and adopt practices that enhance productivity and efficiency. This program is ideal for farmers and cooperatives. Women farmers are highly encouraged to take advantage. Join us in creating a resilient and sustainable agricultural future for Belize. Apply now and take the next step towards a stronger, greener tomorrow.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is what you've been waiting for. In this corner, we have the masters of limitless power and unbeatable connection. Pioneers of 4G LTE in Belize. It's the undefeated champion, Smart. And in the other corner, struggling to keep up, it's the other guy. Fight! Tired of getting blow after blow from a plan with the other guys? It's time to tap out and join the winning postpaid plan provider. Smart's postpaid plans are a total knockout to the competition, and they have once again powered up their postpaid plans. Sign up for one of Smart's boosted postpaid power plans today and experience the victory of superior service. Smart, bringing people together.
In Belize, we value our families, we value our communities, we value our neighbors. 90% of Belizeans think it's time for laws that protect all of us and reflect society at its best. 94% of Belizeans agree that public spaces in Belize should be more accessible to people living with disabilities. In Belize, we believe in fair treatment and supporting one another. We know that our beautiful country is at its best when we come together for the greater good. 2 out of 3 Belizeans support a new law to prevent discrimination in employment and public spaces. It shouldn't matter where we come from, who we love, or what we look like. Belizeans deserve to live our best lives. It's time for laws that protect all of us and reflect our society at its best. Equal Opportunities Bill. Belize, we're ready.
Rising prices got you down? Well, let Benny's lift you up in these tough financial times. Right now, get low prices on construction materials, such as lumber. And whenever you make a purchase, remember to get your B-Box, which is free money. Only at Benny's, quality and savings.
Cellular World is the authorized Samsung distributor in Belize, and they offer 1-year local warranty on all Galaxy devices.
Cellular World always has the best tech deals countrywide.
Get 3 or up to 7 years warranty on all Dell technologies because Cellular World is the authorized Dell partner here in Belize.
Like these good folks, rush down to Cellular World for the best tech deals such as cell phones, TVs, tablets, speakers, business products, and so much more. Visit any of our stores in Belize City, Belmopan, San Pedro, and now in Orange Walk. Or shop via our virtual store through Facebook and Instagram. Or WhatsApp us at 615-5141 to find out more.
For 15 years, Oceana Belize has proudly stood alongside the people of Belize, protecting our marine habitats, safeguarding livelihoods, and ensuring that the beauty of our Caribbean Sea endures for future generations. Together, we've achieved incredible victories, safeguarding habitat from the inherently dangerous and destructive offshore oil development to increasing the use of selective fishing gear to reduce overfishing, advocating for a sustainable future for all Belizeans.
We want to always be able to fish. Oceana listened to us and made sure our voices were heard by the decision makers.
Being a wave maker has shown me the power we have when we come together for something bigger than ourselves.
I am proud to be part of a team of dedicated Belizeans who wholeheartedly believe in the people of Belize and the right to a healthy, thriving ocean.
But our work is far from done. So many challenges confront the Caribbean Sea, from the existential threat of climate change to insidious illegal fishing. Together, we will continue fighting to protect the people, Alawi, who depend on the beauty and bounty of our waters. With your support, we look forward to the next 15 years, committed to empowering communities, safeguarding marine ecosystems, and creating a future where both people and special places thrive. We're proud to stand with you for our Belize, land of the free by the Caribbean Sea.
Unwrap the joy of crystal clear picture and sound from Iowa, the brand that offers you affordability and exceptional quality. Iowa has a wide range of exceptional products to choose from, such as TVs, speakers, headphones, home appliances, and much more at affordable prices that won't break the bank. Enhance your audio-visual entertainment experience with Iowa, and for your convenience, parts are readily available in country for hassle-free maintenance. You can find Iowa products at your local electronics store countrywide. Choose Iowa, the best in home entertainment and household appliances.
In the heart of San Ignacio town, one man has devoted his life to harnessing the healing power of nature. 76-year-old Harry Guy, a native of Punta Gorda, spent his childhood venturing into the jungle with the adults in his community. These early adventures sparked his enduring passion for traditional medicine. By the tender age of 7, Guy had already mastered the use of natural remedies to treat various sores. Fast forward more than 6 decades, and Harry Guy has become a celebrated figure, renowned for his company, Jungle Remedies. News 5's Paul Lopez journeyed west to uncover the story of Guy's lifelong dedication to traditional medicine. Here's his report.
67-year-old Harry Guy Sr., a resident of San Ignacio, has dedicated the past 30 years to running Jungle Remedies. From his home, he makes traditional medicines using a rich variety of leaves, herbs, and tree barks, primarily gathered from the lush jungles of Belize. His deep knowledge and passion for natural healing have made Jungle Remedies a trusted name in the community.
I work in this natural healing. It's something that I used to do from the time I was a kid. Because when I'm around 7 years old, I may already know how to treat leishmaniasis, what we call BSO or chiclera. At the age of 12, I could have don't know how to treat snake bite and things like that. So this is something where I grew up into from the time I was a kid.
Guy invited us into his home to get a first-hand look at his operation. Inside his storeroom are sacks filled with the raw ingredients used to make his bottled products, like the Quick Fix. According to the label, this remedy not only promises to eliminate toxins, but also boosts libido. Despite being a potent blend of 4 different herbs and barks, it goes down smoothly, ensuring a pleasant experience with every drop.
What's the most prominent type of herb or natural product we could find here in Belize?
Well, I think almost everything. But the most popular one, what I use right now, is the one that I call cat claw, the uña de gato.
What's that?
It's a vine.
Tell me a bit about what it does.
Well, cat claw is something where you could treat almost everything. That builds up your immune system. You could treat cancer, high blood pressure, diabetes, autoimmune diseases and different things you could treat with it. It's all-purpose herbs.
It took Harry Guy over a decade to perfect the recipes for his line of jungle remedies. His dedication has attracted clients from around the globe, many of whom reported achieving their desired outcomes. In recognition of his success, Fox News featured Guy in a 2014 article. However, as he grows older, Guy finds it increasingly difficult to navigate the challenging jungle terrain to source ingredients. To ensure the legacy of jungle remedies continues, he has begun passing the torch to his son, Harry Guy Jr.
The hardest thing going to the jungle and stuff, you know. But it's not something new. I used to go with my dad when I was young and think, but now I'm really like focused on it and trying to get all his knowledge and try to know all the plans and stuff like that, you know.
How much joy does it bring you to learn this trade?
Well, it's a lot of joy, you know. I mean, everything that we use direct in Belize, and people could just pass by it and don't know what it's used for and stuff like that, you know. And I'm passing the knowledge to some of my son and some other young people that goes with us, you know.
What's your goal?
My goal is to let the herbal business and thing keep on and give the knowledge back to someone that will continue it.
In our conversation with Harry Guy Sr., we asked him for his thoughts on the debate surrounding traditional medicine versus modern medicine.
To my knowledge, I believe sometimes you have to use both of them together, because you could use this alternative medicine with pharmaceutical medicine, because this one isn't a drugs, it's like drinks or something, some sort of food or supplement. So you don't counteract any kind of medication that you're taking. No, we don't classify it as drugs. Okay. Because if it may be drugs, then they may stop you from using it. But it's all natural.
As wildfires continue to ravage Belize's resource-rich jungles, much like they did earlier this year, Harry Guy's business faced significant risks. It's not aging or the jungle's rugged terrain that poses the greatest threat to this family-owned traditional medicine enterprise, but the devastating impact of these wildfires.
Yes, wildfire, that's the worst one right now that it has. As I tell you, when Hurricane Richard, our fire started from Gracie Rock. It come all the way through, jump the coastal road, cross the Cave Branch River, cross the Stan Creek Road. So you could just imagine the amount of destruction. Well, it make everything harder for me. Yeah. Much harder.
Reporting for News 5, I am Paul Lopez.
When we return, an elderly couple gets a new home.
Life has taught us that certain pleasures are best enjoyed slowly. Perhaps the slow pleasure worth enjoying the most is life itself. Slow down, Belize, and enjoy your life longer.
LG dual inverter compressor cools air faster by operating at speeds as high as 120 Hz with more stability compared to conventional models. It also saves up to 70% more energy by operating at speeds as low as 10 Hz with more stability. It reduces torque vibration down to 40% for quiet outdoor unit operation. Stable operation with low vibrations also results in increased durability.
At RF&G Insurance, we're committed to safeguarding what matters most to you. Offering coverage mile after mile, our offices and agents located across Belize ensure that you are protected. Secure your property with RF&G Householders Comprehensive Policy. From your home to your belongings, we offer protection so you can enjoy life to the fullest. For more information on your coverage options, contact our team of experts today or visit your local agents. We'll be ready to assist. Don't forget, it pays to get it right with RF&G Insurance, a Road Group company.
Take control with My Social Security, your secure online account to manage all your Social Security information. To create a My Social Security account, you must be 14 years or older and have a valid email address. Visit the My Social Security self-service portal at ssbportal.org.bz. Click on Create Account. Enter your date of birth and phone number. Next, verify your email address to continue. To verify, simply enter your email address and click the Send Verification button. Enter the verification code sent to your email inbox to proceed. Next, create a password that meets the requirements. Enter the name and select a reason for your account. Then click Create. Your My Social Security account was successfully created. Your information security is our priority. If you have a Social Security number, click Link My SSN to link your Social Security number to your account and activate using the steps in your confirmation email. If you do not have a Social Security number, click Register with SSB. You are now ready to truly experience Social Security at your fingertips.
And I go to Hattieville Government School. I think it was the evening. My mom got out of her room and she shouted that I had won the essay competition. I felt excited that my school got a prize because my school needs it. I remember one morning waking up to the news that my cousin was in an accident. It was an uncertain and fearful situation until we learned that she was going to be okay. Unfortunately, not every family member is as lucky as we were. Many families lose loved ones to traffic accidents, and I cannot help but wonder how many accidents can be avoided if only people would keep their eyes on the road and mind on the drive. We are all humans, so what the driver misses, another passenger in the vehicle may catch just in time to save lives.
With Cleanne winning this competition, not only shows that Cleanne is a brilliant student, it also shows that the quality of education provided here at Hattieville Government School is exceptional. A big thank you to BL. The donation will be used to refurbish the computer lab. I believe it will enhance their learning capabilities and it would also better equip them for this technological world that we're now living in. Thank you to BL. Keep up the good work and encouraging students to read more, write more, and participate in competition. And also to note that BL does not only provide electricity, but that they also engage the communities in a lot of positive ways.
And gentlemen, this is what you've been waiting for. In this corner, we have the masters of limitless power and unbeatable connection. Pioneers of 4G LTE in Belize. It's the undefeated champion, Smart. And in the other corner, struggling to keep up, it's the other guy. Fight! Of getting blow after blow from a plan with the other guys? It's time to tap out and join the winning postpaid plan provider. Smart's postpaid plans are a total knockout to the competition, and they have once again powered up their postpaid plans. Sign up for one of Smart's boosted postpaid power plans today and experience the victory of superior service. Smart, bringing people together.
the opening ceremony of the 17th edition of the Belize International Film Festival, live from UB's Jaguar Auditorium in Belmopan on Wednesday, November 6th at 7:30 p.m. Only on Channel 5, Facebook, and YouTube.
Tonight, 2 senior citizens are resting easy in their brand new home, thanks to the generosity of Heritage Bank and Hand in Hand Ministries. Urbano Flores and Olive Bennett, chosen from among several families, were deemed most in need of this wonderful gift. This afternoon, a heartfelt ceremony took place on Delcia Goff Street, where the couple received the keys to their new wooden house. News 5's Marian Ali brings us the story.
An elderly couple who was living in less than humane conditions at their residence have a new dry home to rest their heads tonight. 80-year-old Urbano Flores and 88-year-old Olive Bennett have been together for 18 years, and they've also been living in less than comfortable conditions for many years. But not anymore, and today Flores was grateful.
Thank God and thank to the Heritage Bank and Mr. Duncan and all who help us work on it, contribute their labor. I'm thankful to all, even to you who they record all work. So I went and I applied, and then we keep in contact, and they called me and tell me, well, they're going to do it last week, Friday. And I was very happy because I was waiting for it.
Can you tell us the condition of your previous house?
Well, the problem is that every time it rains, we have water problem. We have to struggle through the mud and the water, and then I had outside bathroom. So it was very inconvenient, basically for her, because she's 76, I'm 71. So to walk in that water each day when you get up to go and bathe and travel through it.
The gift came from Heritage Bank and Hand in Hand Ministries. Hand in Hand conducted the screening. Rashida Beltran is the Director of Building for Change program, which operates Hand in Hand Ministries.
Ultimately, Heritage Bank decided on which family from the 3 that we have shared with them on who they will choose. Well, we hand in hand build for families of greater need, and it's a challenging situation when we have to choose from a list of qualified partners. But from all those we have assessed during this process, Mr. Urbano and Miss Olive, they were one of the most needy at the time based on their conditions, as you guys can see.
Since 2017, Heritage Bank has been giving out homes to needy families. The one handed over to Flores and Bennett today was the 19th. And while many of us were in the warmth and dry of ours while it rained over the past weekend, the staff of Heritage Bank were at the Delcia Goff Street location hammering nails into sheets of board.
We try to do one every year, except in 2020 when we did one every month. So it's something that we feel it's helping to fill a need, fill a void, and so we are happy to do what little we can to assist with the program. I think it's a wonderful program, and we actually participate, the staff actually participate as the labor force when we do things like this. So we were here Friday, Saturday, Sunday, even in the rain, trying to get this done. So I'm pleased to see that we were able to accomplish it.
Duncan explained that the other families whose names were on the list of potentials will also get a home, but sponsored by another company. Reporting for News 5, I'm Marian Ali.
The recent rains have been blamed for washing away culverts and breaking up streets and roads. Personnel from the Ministry of Infrastructure Development and Housing have been working around the clock 7 days a week to repair and restore these important arteries across the country. And while it has been possible to carry out work for some of the damage, like replacing collapsed culverts, repairing or resurfacing streets and roads, it is not possible until the rain subsides. Both the northern and western entrances to Belize City are in deplorable condition, and drivers are swaying left and right to dodge big potholes. CEO at the MIDH, Victor Espat, assures that the ministry has been responding to calls to fix the roads, and while they have adequate equipment, resources and manpower, the rains have literally dampened the efforts to get those repairs done as quickly as possible. Espat said that the Philip Gosen Highway from the Buttonwood Bay roundabout to the city is already going through the procurement process, and work should start very soon to resurface that portion of road with hot mix. Streets in Belize City, meanwhile, fall under the Belize City Council's management, and Deputy Mayor Alan Pollard told us that those too will be repaired when the rains subside. And that's the news. Tonight's broadcast is available at channel5belize.com, on our Facebook and on YouTube. I'm Sabrina Daly. Thanks for joining us. And from all of us here at News 5, happy Halloween and good night.